Thank you so much, Phil. That's super impressive. Thank you for sharing that. Um, if um, if there are questions, you can please share in the chat. I do have some questions as
No
always.
worries.
So I'm fascinated with with the fact that, for example, you can have that traceability. And I just wonder if you are architecting or deploying any traceability to requirements or requirements data, external requirement databases like IBM, Jazz, and so forth.
So we purposely made sure that the AI will only source information from data within your ASITE environment. So if you're pulling that data into ASITE via APIs, then absolutely we can access the data. But we're not necessarily pulling data via the LLM from external sources, thus minimizing the amount of data being shared and minimizing hallucination.
Right. So it doesn't look outside for
No.
anything. It's locked in. So the solution then would be to bring your requirements database to in ASITE.
And this is where the ecosystem from ASITE gives strength to that. So it's the idea that we can connect all these different systems, take it Autodesk Construction Cloud, for example, BIM 360, Office
Project
360. Yeah, project-wise via Bluebeam. I was thinking of eDocs, IBM Maximo. There's a number of different applications that we can pull data into and ingest that into the cognitive CDE then, because we're not actually going out to find it, we're pulling it into ASITE and we're managing that data that way.
Okay, yeah, no, brilliant. And the other thing I was thinking, I don't know if this is possible at the moment or it's something you're considering, is like a document creation using the AI.
Absolutely. So one of the key things I want to try and do is take the Building Safety Act, okay, and actually say, generate me a checklist of evidences from the Building Safety Act, and thus creating a new document. Or another way that we can look at it is take this paragraph from this contract and these elements from this contract and build me a new contract, which is our new exemplar contract type. So there's different ways that we can then build synthetic data from existing information, checklists of employers' requirements. All of these things are possible, along with what am I thinking of as well? Heat maps of like health and safety issues on site, or pulling data from a model. How can we pull data from a Revit model to make sure that we're capturing any clashes or information or properties? Could that be pulled and analysed against the COBie drop and fill in some of that information? There's a lot of ideas into the way we can use LLMs within this scenario.
Yes, yeah. I was also going to ask you in terms of, so when you engineering your prompts and then to manage your LLM and your AI in the CDE, what can you use for this? You literally write a collection of prompts, or can you use something else? For example, could you use a ontology file?
So at the moment, it's quite basic. At the moment, it is a chat style interface. So the prompts and the prompt engineering side of things, we can build a system prompt to kind of a high level overview of that. But typically, it's natural language of people are asking questions of their documents. Where we can go, as you say, is using different methods, or maybe we can start to say, well, can you build me a table of information? Can you build me a matrix? It's definitely possible. It's just not something we're doing at the moment in time. We're taking it step by step.
Right. And what is as roadmap? What is next in that development?
So in the things that I know of at the moment is embedding the cognitive CDE into Teams, so that with internally, what we can then do is ask data from Teams. We're looking at the ingestion of a template so that we can populate RFPs automatically based on data within ASITE. And that would be example data on previous RFPs that we've submitted. It would be example information about ASITE and what it can do. And then it can effectively spit out an RFP for us, minimizing the amount of time we spend rewriting response to tenders and so on. So those are kind of the two big things that we're working on at the moment.
Amazing. Yeah, and that's super interesting and incredibly powerful. I mean, and I can tell you from my day job, so to speak,
Yeah.
we're using A-Site for a couple of things, and the ability to have that chat bot just extracting the information you need so you can make informed decisions. It's incredibly powerful because like a few years ago, like just last year, you would have, or a couple of years ago, you would have to kind of go through the documentation, try to find a particular document, spend maybe half a day chasing people to find out where the information is, to then eventually digest that and come up with a decision. So I think that's very welcome, and it's going to create a lot of efficiency in mega projects.
Think about worst case scenarios as well. And unfortunately, what is it? 75% of all projects end up in litigation at some point.
Yeah.
So have all of your data, including emails, site diaries, in a cognitive CDE to actually say, help me fight this legal battle. Then you're in a really exciting period, because then you're actually analyzing that data to prove that you've done the right thing, and that's really kind of safeguarding. We can use that in some of the HSE examples that we have, where people are saying, look, did we mitigate risk? Well, you did. You put everything in place. Your processes and procedures were correct. But here's the evidence of where somebody made that change within the document based on an email, based on this. It's pulling all of that data together.
Yeah, that's amazing. One thing that just came to mind when you were talking about the documentation and translating to a different language, and also referencing contract clauses into something you search and so on.
Yeah.
So there was a time, a few years, like I think 4 years ago, I was chair of construction within the Accord project. I don't know if you ever came across this project called Accord.
Not being placement.
It is a open source blockchain project.
Okay.
Developing smart contracts, but also creating the interoperability between the smart contract running. I think it used to run, or it runs in a couple of blockchains, Ethereum and something else. But creating that interoperability between the executable contract in the blockchain and Microsoft Word.
Right.
So you had that plugin, and then you would create your Word document with your clauses, and then that would encode the Solidity script in Ethereum.
Okay.
And you could also do the opposite. You would open your Solidity script in Ethereum, and it would show you the human readable clause in your contract. And
cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool because it makes it accessible, right? Not everybody knows how to code in Solidity and so forth. So I just wonder if if there is an interface at that degree, because I know, as a matter of fact, that in the project I am working on at the moment, we do use integrations of Microsoft Office and A-Site. So I just wonder if there is that interface there with the cognitive CD aspect of A-Site.
See, what I've been looking at is trying to see if we can use. So we use Microsoft Office templates within A-Site as well. And then if we could basically, I don't know, for want of a better phrase, put an insert merge field within that template and then pull that data from cognitive CDE, so it can pull the reference and fill in that template. That might be something that we can look at. But of course, Joseph, and he's obviously heading up our AI division. So yeah, and we'd definitely be, because what we're doing is it's an invitational beta at the moment. We're partnering with a number of big clients to actually say, look, how do you want AI to work for you? We're not trying to say we've got all the answers. We're not trying to say this is what you should be doing. We're trying to say, let's work together and solve something and build something special together. So we have the ideas, we've got the knowledge to build it, these AI agents. And then maybe this is an example where we can build the AI agent with UCL.
Yes, yeah, but yeah, there's a lot to explore that, and I think this is a wonderful beginning. But there's like the possibilities are vast. That
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, and the value you can bring and you are bringing to the
Mm.
platform is reality changing type of thing. Yeah,
It's a really exciting period. Really
yeah,
exciting.
yeah, it's amazing, really exciting. So yeah, I'm noting the time,
Mhm.
and I'm incredibly grateful, Phil, for you to making time to present today. If you're okay, we will share this in our YouTube channel. Yeah, and I also discuss internally. I just wonder, is this already available and up and running? Yeah. So
So
yeah,
it's, as I mentioned, it's an invitational beta.
yeah.
We are, we're happy to talk to clients and explain and turn it on for you. It's just a case of there's a couple of legalities that we have to do as part of the embedment of the AI.
Okay. So all right. So schedule a call with my head of information management
Okay.
in a project to see what he says. And I think we definitely should be using that. It's going to save so much time and money from the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, incredibly grateful. And thank you so much for the presentation. And I wish you a good rest of the day.